Hello everyone, welcome back to the homestead. Just wanted to do an update on the quail. A few weeks ago we picked up Coturnix quail eggs, 36 of them, and put them in the incubator. And with quail, it takes approximately 18 days for them to hatch. The incubator that we have has an auto turner in it. So on day 14, we had to turn off the turner. As you can see from the video, we're doing a time lapse to kind of show the hatching. Our hatch rate wasn't quite as good as we wanted it to be. We ended up with 18 quail in the end. Some of them didn't hatch. Some of them began to hatch but didn't quite make it. And we had a few that actually hatched and made it to the brooder, but while they were in the brooder, they didn't make it. I just thought it would be interesting to kind of show you guys with the time lapse there with the hatching. Here in a minute, we're gonna go over and start talking about the brooder, and we'll give you an update on how things are going. What was that? Let's take a look at that again. Okay, this is our brooder. This is where we are doing the quail. We do our chickens in here. We also do turkeys in here. It's pretty much it's a pet porter is what it is, but it works good for this because a lot of times we, if we're hatching eggs in the winter, we can put this in our basement, and it allows us to keep them warm inside the house. And when it starts to get a little bit warmer out, we put them out in the garage because they create a lot of dust when they're scratching around. At least the chickens do. It has this nice zip on top, especially for them because they're at the point now where they're able to get enough lift off they can almost fly out of this. The same type of water here that we use for our chicks I've been using for the quail. When we first put them in here, I put pebbles inside of this because I had read that quail, when they're real small, they can drown in that water. So I put pebbles in there so that they, if they did get in there, they'd be able to get out. And the same type of feeder that we use for our chicks, we've been using for the quail. It seems to be working all right. I've heard that quail kind of stick their beaks down in there and move around. Well, I can actually see that one there is actually flicking some of the feed out. But I've heard that they waste a lot of feed. And I was curious if this feeder was going to work. And it looks like I can see a bunch of feed there on the ground, or inside the pen, so it looks like they have to come up with something a little bit more efficient on the feed. The type of feed they eat is a 24% game bird feed. It's the same type of feed that we fed our turkeys when we had them. This brooder here that we bought for the chickens. It's actually this cover's on here so they don't get on the top, but this panel here is heated and it has these legs on it for adjustment. You can adjust it down, the smaller the bird, and then as they get bigger you can raise it up. Right now it's not plugged in because it's plenty warm out, and they mainly use it just as like a cover to kind of get under. Yeah, they're getting pretty big. They grow fairly quick, and they got a lot of their feathers, and like I said, they're able now to, if they wanted to fly out of here, they get enough lift that they can. I noticed that just the other day when I came out here. Our dog Penny came running out and spooked them, and they kind of jumped, and yeah, if this lid wasn't on here they would have flown out. One more thing I forgot to add with the, oh shoot. See?
One more thing I forgot to add with the,
Shavings in here are fine shavings. Normally when we do our chicks and the turkeys, they're bigger shavings. And but with these smaller birds, we had the finer shavings in there. Okay, we're going to attempt this. It's pretty windy today, as you can see from the cottonwood tree whipping around. This is where we're going to put the quail in. This used to be our rabbit hutch. We haven't done rabbits in a while. Just kind of been sitting out here by the barn. Wanted to kind of reuse what we got around the homestead. Plus we want to get this thing in and out of the weather, and we'll just sit out here and rot away. With quail, from what I understand, from the top of this down to the floor is more than 2 foot, and from what I've read, you need to have the ceiling about 1 foot high, because like we've seen earlier with the quail that flew out of the brooder zone that we got, they can get enough lift in that shorter area. If they hit the roof of this, I'm afraid they're going to hurt themselves, break a wing or something. I don't want that to happen. So we're going to get this dug out of the trees here, and I'm going to measure a foot up off of the floor and put a ceiling in there. And they'll have these little boxes over here they can kind of get off the cage floor that's in there. Won't mess with their feet, and they'll also have a spot where they can kind of get in the cover if they need to. And once we get this thing all cleaned up, and we're going to put it in the barn, so they'll kind of be out of the elements out here. Moved into the barn. I got the ceiling piece put in, 12 inches from here to there. Right here there was a, when we had rabbits in here, that's where the feeder was at. Had to patch that up. Put cardboard in for the flooring so their feet don't fall through the screen. The flooring screen in there is a bigger screen because it was for rabbits. This is the side box. Got sand on this side so they can dust themselves. A little divider wall that I put in. that's where they're going to be. Okay guys, later once I get the quail moved out here, I have to get their waters so I can get their water system set up. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Also, if you know somebody who else might enjoy this video, share it. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Happy homesteading.